Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're looking at a very specific strategic forecast. If you're a solopreneur, an independent consultant, or self-employed, and you were born in 1979, yes, we are talking directly to the Earth Goat generation today, the third quarter of 2026 presents a really unique window for your business. From July through September, the broader economy is actively shifting away from those slow, structural models to a much faster, decentralized current. We're going to keep things completely down to earth today, dropping the hype and focusing strictly on practical strategies to help you navigate this massive elemental migration and build a highly profitable, self-sufficient wealth ecosystem. Okay, let's dive into this. Just imagine for a second, a business where your income isn't chained to exhausting hourly work. A setup where your digital assets are entirely secure and your highly specialized expertise is actually valued by independent networks rather than being stifled by corporate red tape. Sounds kind of impossible right now, doesn't it? Well, it's not. This is the literal architecture of financial sovereignty that's going to be available to your specific cohort over the next 3 months. And we're keeping it totally grounded today, focusing on how to make this vision your operational reality. Here is our roadmap for the explainer. 1. Your sovereign wealth vision. 2. Generational alignment. 3. The Q3 SWOT analysis. 4. Crucial dates to remember. 5. Corporate versus independent platforms. And 6. Solopreneur wealth strategies. We are going to treat these alignments as a literal, pragmatic business strategy.
Let's start with Section 1, Generational Alignment, Shifting Power and Reclaiming Worth.
So right on July 18th, we hit the peak of the air sign Grand Trine. Think of this alignment as a massive shift of structural power. It's pulling influence away from traditional top-down corporate hierarchies and funneling it right toward highly specialized independent networks. You see, the market right now is absolutely starving for raw, unfiltered truth. People are just exhausted by sanitized corporate speak. And for the 1979 cohort, this gives you an unprecedented advantage. It's a really unique opportunity to monetize your own intellectual property and sovereign digital platforms directly, without some middleman dictating your worth.
At the exact same time, we've got what's called the Chiron and Taurus healing matrix. Now, this is a profound healing process specifically for your financial self-worth. If you've historically undercharged, or if you've kind of linked your entire value to nonstop, grinding productivity, this period is demanding a change. You've got to ignore the mainstream panic about currency fluctuations. Instead, ground your security in high-value, tangible assets. Stop competing on hourly rates. Start pricing your services based on the profound depth of your experience. Remember, your time is finite, but your expertise is not. That is what you are actually selling.
Moving on to Section 2, the Q3 Assessment Solopreneur SWOT Analysis.
Let's break down the internal and external landscape with a classic business assessment. Your strengths right now include a natural insulation from the extreme burnout that's affecting so many others. Plus, you have really smooth access to mentorship and high-level client referrals. But your weaknesses require immediate attention. The fast pace of this quarter can cause severe mental overstimulation. Plus, you are highly vulnerable to what we call soft-hearted leaks. This basically means your natural empathy might trick you into accepting terrible business terms or doing pro bono work by accident. Listen, logic has to dictate your assets right now to avoid emotional manipulation. No guilt trips. Externally, your opportunities lie in independent publishing and local trade, but you face serious threats from the August market resets and some highly sophisticated cybersecurity scams.
Section 3. Crucial dates to remember. Your action timeline.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark contrast in energy as the quarter progresses. We treat these dates like a literal business calendar. We start aggressively on July 4th by auditing your tech stack and ditching any restrictive platforms. Then, July 18th is your absolute prime date, the ultimate time to launch your independent platforms or automated services. But look closely at August 12th, the total solar eclipse. This is a massive reset window. Do not launch products or make major trades today. You need to keep a very low profile. Finally, on September 10th, you need to execute a data sovereignty lock and back up all your digital intellectual property to defend against sudden platform instability. So it's aggressive action in July and a defensive pullback in late summer. Section 4. Corporate versus independent platforms. The pre-buttle. Now, you might be sitting there asking, with all this market volatility in 2026, shouldn't I just play it safe and stick to my mainstream corporate clients? And hey, I want to proactively validate that. It is a completely fair and perfectly reasonable concern to want safety during major economic shifts. When the waters get choppy, it's totally natural to want a bigger boat, right? But we really need to look closer at where the actual safety lies.
And this brilliantly illustrates the reality of the situation. The truth is, playing it safe in mainstream corporate structures is a total illusion right now. Corporate marketing is collapsing under generic AI clutter, and those restrictive retainers literally strip away your sovereignty. Compare that to independent stability. Sovereign media is where the market is desperately turning. Clients want your unfiltered truth and your specialized knowledge. Building your own niche platform isn't just some trendy move. It allows for highly leveraged passive income, where you build an asset once and it pays dividends indefinitely. Building your own independent platform is actually the safer, much more stable harbor.
Section 5. Solopreneur Wealth Strategies. Tactical Execution. So how do we actually do this? We recommend a very specific 3-tiered strategy. Step 1. Leverage founder-led media. Your unfiltered authenticity and your highly unconventional opinions are honestly your biggest business arbitrage right now. Step 2. Guard against digital and emotional leaks. Step 3. Deploy an empathic machine AI workflow. Let's move to the next part and see how this builds, because getting steps 2 and 3 wrong can cost you heavily.
So, the crucial point is this. Under absolutely no circumstances should you invest in speculative internet ventures right now. No get-rich-quick schemes. You absolutely must lock down your digital infrastructure, use institutional-grade password managers, and never begin creative work without ironclad written contracts outlining non-negotiable payment milestones. As for your AI workflow, do not use AI to churn out generic content. It will completely destroy your brand reputation. Instead, use AI strictly for back-end operations. Automate the mundane bookkeeping and lead generation funnels. Literally, let the robots do the boring stuff. This way, you preserve your vital cognitive energy for high-ticket client strategy and deep creative problem-solving.
Section 6. Workspace Optimization. Feng Shui Adjustments.
Let's talk about your physical home office. Here are 3 highly practical adjustments based on Q3 Feng Shui to draw in immediate clarity and liquidity. First, the southeast is your primary wealth anchor. Keep it exceptionally clean and bright, and add a broadleaf green plant to draw immediate liquidity. Second, the south sector is highly volatile right now. Treat it as a deflection zone. That means put down the sledgehammer. No loud renovations here. Just place heavy metal ornaments to deflect that chaotic energy. Finally, the center of your workspace is your strategy hub. Placing a victory flag or a representation of a victorious horse here works absolutely wonders to clear mental fog and attract high-level benefactors.
Section 7. Take action, your sovereign oath. Read this with me. I am the sovereign architect of my net worth. I do not perform for applause, nor do I negotiate my value out of empathy. I align my unique mind with decentralized networks, claim my absolute worth under the sun, and build a lasting, secure legacy on my own terms. Look, this isn't magic. It's a highly impactful, practical, professional manifesto designed specifically for the 1979 cohort. The landscape is completely primed for your success, provided you step up and claim your independence. Take these strategies, mark those crucial dates on your calendar, and for sure lock down that digital infrastructure. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. What single action are you going to take today to claim your worth and start building your self-sufficient wealth ecosystem? You've got the roadmap. Now, go make it happen.